In this video, I'm going to explain how to make slots and tabs so you can create your very own custom boxes, any size and with any material thickness. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to the shape panel and select a rectangle. Then click and drag to make a shape. And in the transform panel, I'm working in millimeters. And with this unchecked, we can choose a width of 200 and a height of 100. And if we zoom in on that, we have this. And we can use this as the front and the back of the box. And if we just hover over, so this line just lights up, we can click and drag and make another box. And this one, I'm going to choose a width of 100 and a height of 100. And this will be the sides, this side and this side. So working with the front face first, we need to make the tabs on the sides here and across the bottom. So I'm just going to copy and paste this so we have another rectangle exactly the same size. And then down here, what we can do is choose a width of the material thickness. So if we're using 3mm thick material, we can just type that in and press enter. And because we have the left side highlighted, it will automatically align to the left-hand side. Now, with this selected, we need to choose how many tabs we want, and it's got to be an odd number. So the easiest way to do this is if we go down to the height and click and make the cursor at the end, we can choose the backslash, I think it is, and then choose, say, 5, and that will be 100 divided by 5. When we click enter, you can see now that it is 20mm. And because we have this point here selected, it's automatically aligned to that point on the shape, which is at the top left. So what we can do, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. If we hold Control with this already highlighted and click and drag, it now makes a copy. And if we want to constrain that to a vertical axis, we just need to hold Shift as well now, and then we can click and it will snap to the other object. Now, don't click off, and while this is still selected, we can press Ctrl J and Ctrl J and Ctrl J again. This makes duplicates using the last action we just did. Now, all we need to do is select all of these parts, but I've just selected this as well. So if we hold Shift and click and drag, that will deselect this. And then we can do the same thing again. Hold Control, click and drag. And again, if things are going off, you can always then select Shift, which will constrain it to 45 degrees. And just click and drag, and it should just snap to the end. If yours isn't snapping, just make sure you have snapping turned on up here. I just tend to have everything turned on. So now we have some tabs on the left and right hand side. I'm going to do the same thing for this little box here. Hold Control, click and drag, and hold Control, click and drag. So we've got the front and back and both sides. I'm going to leave the top open, but I'm going to leave the bottom for now because we're going to come back to that. I'm going to select all of the front and back and go over to the Shape Builder tool and select that. And to add a part, make sure we're on the plus here. I'm just going to click and drag, click and drag, click and drag every other one. And we're going to do the exact same ones on the other side, just like this. So when I go back to the Move tool, if I move this out of the way, you can actually see we now have these cutouts. But we can click and drag everything and Shift drag to deselect that one and press delete. So we have these cutouts. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one, but the opposite way. So I'm going to select everything, go to the Shape Builder, select that, and we want to select this one here, and the same on the other side, just like that. Click, select everything, Shift drag select and delete. So now we can see that this one would snap into this one, just like that. Now we could go ahead and make the same tabs for the bottoms of the box by making a long section and then dividing by an odd number. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to come in a bit and come up and come back down to make some nice corner legs. And to do that, all I'm going to do is click and drag and make a box. And using this little dialog down here, I'm going to select the bottom left corner, which will be this corner, and then I'm going to choose a width of about 16 millimeters and a height of about 12 millimeters. And if we go to the move tool, I'm going to copy and paste this over just like that. And now we have those two. I'm just going to select and make one more box, and we're going to go from here to here. So it just fills in, just like that. And I'm going to select everything, and we go to the shape builder tool, select that, and I'm just going to click and drag until we've got this red section and let go. And if I now move these little boxes out of the way, and you can see we've got these legs on either side. Now they're not very nice, so we'll clean them up in a minute. And I'm going to click and drag and snap these to the bottom, just like this. And if I zoom in, these will snap to the bottom, but when we use the move tool, it actually selects to the bounding box. So if you wanted to select and snap to here, you'd have to actually use the node tool to select everything, click and drag, and snap there. But the bounding box is fine for this. So I'm going to make one more rectangle, and we're going to go from this point here to this point here, just to fill in. And again, select everything of this, go to the shape builder, make sure it's on minus, click and drag. And then we can delete these little points here. So we have the legs of the box. And just to make this look a lot nicer, on this one, we're going to go to the corner tool and select that. And I'm going to click and drag and select these, hold shift, click and drag and select these. And we can choose a radius either with a slider, well that only goes up to 4.2, but I'm actually going to type in 6. If we deselect that, you can now see we've got a nice curved area for the feet. And I'm just going to do the same thing for this one. So select it, go to the corner tool, and we can actually click and drag and select all of these. And in the radius up here, we can choose 6 and go back to the move tool. So now we actually do have some nice decorations. Now we just need a base that will fill in the box. So what we can do is we could try and drag a box, but what you'll find is that when you come to move that, we can't snap. For zoom in, what you'll find is we can't snap to this line here. We can only snap to the bounding box, as you can see when these red lines come up. So there's a couple of ways we could do this. If we scroll down, with that selected, we know this is on the bottom. We can actually drag this up and it will snap to that line. And then we could make another box and then move this down and it'll snap because it's snapping to the bounding box of this. Or if I just move this one out of the way, we know this is 200 millimeters wide. We can type that in. And we know it's going to be 3 millimeters deep as the material thickness. So with this one selected, we can go to the node tool and select that. And if we click and drag this down, you'll notice that we still can't snap. And that is because it's still a live shape. So all we need to do is right click on it and go to convert to curves. And now when we click and drag, you can see that this bottom is moving. If we undo that, we just need to select these nodes here, and then hover over one of the nodes and we can click and drag and it'll snap. And then we can hold shift and snap it to the edge here. So that will be the material base across here. So all we need to do next is go to the move tool make sure we're on one of these sides, and again we just need to say divide by, let's try 7, and what we get is this tab that will be 28.6 millimeters wide. If I zoom in, I'm going to use that and click and drag holding shift, and it'll snap to the edge there. Again, now all we need to do is hold control, click and drag, then hold shift, and it'll snap. And with it still selected, we just need to press Ctrl J again and again and again until we fill the whole base out. Okay, so we've now filled this out, and because this one is on the same line as this one, so with them both selected we can check that they are 100mm high. All we need to do is select one of these, hold control, then shift, click and drag until we fill out this area here. And again, it'll snap to the bounding box, but it doesn't matter. As long as we're on a left-hand line here, we know this is 100mm wide, so we could choose 100 here, which would fill this out. Then we just need to divide this by an odd number. Let's try 5, which gives us 20mm again. Then all I'm going to do is select that one, hold Control and Shift and snap, and then Control J 4 times. So this will be the front and this will be the side. So now we need the base, and that's basically just going to be a 200 by 100, the same as the side. And just to make sure it's in the center, I'm just going to align to center. And now we can see that this isn't in the center. So I'm just going to move this one out of the way, and I'm going to select all of this one. And if I select align center now, everything will go to the center and mess up of the object. So that's because it's on selection bounds. We could choose spread, which is at the actual page size. Well, we don't want all these to be overlapping, so I'm just going to undo that, and we can actually click and drag and it should snap to this bottom one here, to the bounding box. So if we drag it over, you see all these green lines, and that's good. So all we need to do now is select all of these, hold shift and deselect this, and then we can hold control and pull this down, and then hold shift to constrain it, and just do the same thing again. I'm just going to copy and paste this time and move this up. So we now have the sides that will slot into here. We just need to delete some. And for this one, because this will be on this side, what we could do is select this, and if we hover over a corner until we get this corner tool, we could pull this down, and holding shift, it'll snap to 25-degree increments. And if I move this down, it should again snap. We get the right one, which is that. And then we can select everything and deselect this, hold control, make a copy, and move it over. And then I'm just going to do the same thing again to fill out the other side. Whoops. So now I've deselected everything. I just need to select everything, deselect that, hold control, and snap this over. Okay, I'm just going to move this one back. Right, now we just need to choose which parts that we need and what we don't need. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one and every other one across, just like this. And I'm going to do the same with this, just making sure that we're actually going to be able to snap into this. Now, I think there's a bit of an issue here. So I should have spotted that before, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is select this middle one and zoom in and actually make this probably about 16. Oops, let's just undo that. And this time I'm going to make sure this is in the center. type 16, so then it pulls in from each side. And I'm just going to select this one, move it over until it snaps, select this one, move it over until it snaps. And then I'm going to delete this one, and the center one. Now we just need to make sure it's the same on this one. So I'm going to select this one and type 16. And then I'm going to just drag this one down until it snaps, drag this one up till it snaps. And I'm actually going to extend this one up and extend this one down, just like that. And I'm just going to delete all of these on this side. And then I'm going to select all of these, deselect the main box, and copy this one over, like that. So now I'm going to go back to the sides, and we need to delete this. So these are all slots. So the best way to do that is select everything, go to the shape builder, make sure we're on minus, click and drag, click and drag, and click and drag. Then we can do the same for this one. Select everything, shape builder on minus, click and drag, and there we have all the slots on the fronts and sides. So looking at the bottom, the base, we need to know which ones of these we need to make into tabs to slot into here and here. So this needs to be a positive tab, and this needs to be negative. So the best way for these is to select everything and go to the shape builder on minus, and we need to get rid of this part, this part, this part, and this part. And we also need these ends gone. So we can do the same at the bottom. Click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. So if I was to zoom out and move this out of the way, you could see this is what we have. Or select everything, deselect the main box, and press delete. So this should slot into here, just like that. And we need to do the same with the sides. So I'm actually going to bring this one down again, rotate it, and snap this to the bottom so we can see which ones we need to work with. This time we need to select everything here, and we need to go back to the shape tool, make sure it's on minus. We need to get rid of this. Whoops. We need to get rid of this, this, and this. And it'll be the same on the other side, which will be this one, and this one. Then select everything, deselect this body, and delete. So now this should slot into here, just like that. And I'm going to move this one back up. And we can select this one, and go to align, and we can choose bottom. That will just align it to the bottom there. So that's pretty much the box done. We just need two of these, and one of these. And when you've laser cut the box out and assembled, you should have something that looks like this. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Please leave any questions you have in the comments. I have free files on my Patreon site. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.